Okay, and let's take a look at the Screenspace channel. And so if you use the default prefab that I've included, your avatar menu in play mode is going to look like this. You have your toggle to toggle it on and off. And this is basically going to toggle a sphere on and off around you, which is used to project the shader on your eyes. Then let's go back. Oh, now I need to show my stuff. Okay. And so we have the toggle, and then we also have a world drop that you can use to world drop the sphere. Which is going to make the effect local to where you drop it. Yeah. Then we have the base color settings. We have some color effects. We have a distortion, and we can control how the effect is going to be blended into your screen and what distances it affects. Let's start with the base settings. So you can add color to your screen. So you have your normal world color, and then you can add your own. And you can see this effect is showing up around us at a certain radius around where the camera is. Yeah. And we can control this radius with the depth control settings. Here we have two sliders on two material properties in the shader that you can animate to have the influence and distance, and the influence inside of that distance. So for example, you can have an exclusion zone around you where you look normal and the world is getting manipulated. Or you can also have it so that the world is going to look normal and only you are going to be manipulated. Which is pretty cool for picture taking and stuff in the world. Then let's check the other settings in the base colors. So we have added color to our screen, and then we can also control how bright that color is. And then we can also change the hue of the color, of course. So you can have the world how you want. Yeah, all of these effects are, let's use like green, based upon proximity to you too. And so we have the internal controls for like how close it starts and how far it goes. And we also have a fall off. So other people that are far away from you won't get affected. Unless you want that, of course. And so we've added color and we've hue shifted them. Let's reset these. Now we also have a hue shift of the color in total, like whatever you see on your screen. And to show that better, let's make it influence everything. And so you see like my avatar is getting hue shifted and everything else too. With this hue shift. You can of course make your own prefab with any sliders that you want. Or you can use this to test the effect. And then we have the desaturation, which is going to give us a grayscale image around us in this case, because I have set the near distance to 0. And we have the darkness, which is going to make everything dark. Yeah. For example, if you go into like a dungeon or a cave or so, and you want to have some more cave darkness immersion. You can easily bring your own. And you can control how far away from you it starts and how close it gets. Yeah. This also makes for a cool torch effect, for example, if you don't want to use a light and you want to save performance. So we have the darkness check. And then we also have the color inversion, which inverts all the colors. And with like the property, you can blend between normal and inverted. Because everything is kind of black blue, it's going to become very bright in this case. Yeah, that much for the base colors. Now we have the effects, as I call them. I've added a base chromatic aberration for you that you can blend in. And like I said, you can control the distance of everything with these sliders. So now we have everything in the front influenced as well. And now we have only in the front influenced. If you want to look funny, if you get approached by people, easy. Yeah, let's change this back again. Okay, chromatic aberration, check. You can, as you see in this too, influence all color channels separately as well, which is what these liners are for. So you can control the red color, the green color, and of course the blue color as well of the pixels in your screen. And then you can also use the burn settings to influence how bright a pixel needs to be, and so it gets shown. For this we have the low burn, that is discarding pixels, which can give you a pretty cool effect, like you see with the stars. They are now kind of black hole looking. And we also have the high burn effect, which is going to show only the pixels that have a brightness above a certain level. So you can see the stars are staying because they're very bright, but the Milky Way galaxy thingy is discarded. And this of course works with the other effects too. And so you can tint everything together or create some very cool effects with particles where you discard all this stuff. And you can of course make this influence anything, any way you want. This concludes the color effects here. Oops. Yeah, and then I also added a distortion for you, of course. And you can use to distort the screen, and you can control the the speeds, of course, too, if you want to have a moving effect. Or you can also just make it have no speed. So you're going to have a static effect on your screen, which you can use for impacts or stuff like that. And this concludes the Screenspace channel. Have a lot of fun!